Light the beam, man. The Sacramento Kings just pulled off their first win in the playoffs in about 20-something years. This game was high-level offensive basketball. I won't speak on the defense too much. And I'll be honest, I was in and out because I was editing a video. So I was just kind of in and out throughout the first 3 quarters. But fourth quarter, I watched the entire thing. And that was some of the best offensive basketball that I've watched in a very, very long time. Both teams, big time shot making. A lot of great sets that they ran. A lot of things where I was just like, how do you even guard that type of stuff? But let's go ahead and dive into it just really quickly. I'm recording this immediately after the game just finished. First and foremost, I just want to say this crowd seemed just like a crowd that has not had a playoff game in nearly 2 decades. Like, they were ready to go. They were like, if there's a possibility of us only getting 2 home games, which at this point I don't think they will unless they end up sweeping the Warriors, which isn't that likely. But they're like, if we're only getting guaranteed 2 home games, we're going to make them count. They came out, they showed up. The entire crowd had on their like shirts that they give away, which is one thing that I love when arenas do. They give out shirts, and I love when the entire crowd actually wears the shirts. It just looks so dope in the crowd. And they were rocking, man. You could hear it through the TV. I can only imagine if you were actually in the arena. It was crazy. Had the cowbells going. It was amazing. It was amazing to see. Now let's get to the actual basketball. These Kentucky backcourt boys were on fire tonight. De'Aaron Fox finished with 38 points. He was 4-8 from the 3. Absolutely monster down the stretch. And his running mate Malik Monk off the bench with 32 points. He only hit 2 threes, but he was constantly getting to the free throw line. Let's see. He had 14 free throws, and he hit all 14, and De'Aaron got to the free throw line 12 times. He was 8 for 12, but still extremely effective down the stretch. Everything was through them. Everything was through those two. To combine for 60 points in a big-time game like this against the Warriors was just out of this world. The shot-making ability was just crazy. They did all of this with Sabonis having a rough night shooting the ball. Everything else he did great. He was great at rebounding. Even though he only had 2 assists, he was great at getting open looks for people. He was making the hockey assists more so. Like, he was getting a guy that was open to pass to somebody else. Doing an exceptional job. Didn't shoot that well. Having to shoot over the length of Looney was bothering him a little bit tonight. I think he'll make that adjustment come next game. Who is that? Harrison Barnes had a decent night. Keegan Murray honestly didn't get that many minutes, and Kevin Huerter essentially, well, he played a lot, but he didn't have that big of an effect. He was 0-5 from the 3 of 12 overall, but none of that really mattered. I mean, when you have such a deep team, it doesn't matter. And I say shout out to Mike Brown. I think he did an exceptional job because most players, or most coaches, I should say, would have just rolled with their guys. For him to have that trust in his guys on his bench, because it wasn't just Malik Monk that he rode with most of the game. He left Davion Mitchell out there for a while, gave Trey Lyles not a bunch of minutes, but about 18 minutes. And Trey Lyles did work in his 18 minutes, scoring 16 points. He was 4-6 from 3. Now, I'm looking at the stats now, and it says he only has 4. But I swear the impact and the energy that the arena was getting from his 3 specifically, not that it was like any better than anybody else's, but it just seems like when he hit a 3, the arena just like had a different vibe to it. Like they counted for more than 3 points or something. But he played great in his very limited minutes. Yeah, man, I'm shocked. I'm not somebody who watched this team all season, at least very closely. Like, of course, I knew they were doing good, but they play really late in the day or whatever. They're usually like 9:30 games. I think today was a 7:30 game for me. So, something that I could stay up and watch. I usually don't stay up that late to watch them, but they're legit, man. They're legit. A lot of people picked the Warriors to just get this team up out of here. Honestly, most analysts and people on TV picked the Warriors to win this series, and I think they took that personally. I truly do. I would take it personally if my team is the higher seed and everybody's coming here telling me a team that's a 6 seed that does not do good on the road, and we have home court advantage is going to beat us. I wouldn't care if they were the last year's champs or whatever, Steph Curry, whoever. I think it was them. I think it was them when they played the Warriors this regular season. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but somebody was like, we don't give a damn who's in their locker room. I think when they were trying to ask them like about the other team after a game or something, I'm pretty sure it was De'Aaron Fox, but basically I think they were talking about like Steph Curry and was like, they got the defending champs over there, and he's like, yo, I don't give a damn who's in their locker room, it's us. And I think that's a great mentality that this team has. They're not scared. I think a lot of teams who go up against the Warriors, they're scared. Draymond gets the wolfing and puffing his chest out. Steph Curry is making shots where you just put your hands on your head and you're like, what do we do? Which he was hitting those shots tonight. Steph Curry was hitting shots tonight where I was even on the TV, where I was even looking at it, and I'm like, what else do you do? Like, he is like fading out of bounds deep in the left corner, and it's just all net. It's cash. It's like scratching the top of the ceiling almost, and still going in. Great defense all night. Like, earlier I said that the teams weren't playing great defense. That's not true. It was just a lot of great shot making by these players. Also, another thing that the Sacramento Kings that they were doing that I really love, that I think more teams need to do if the Golden State Warriors advance or not, but going forward, is to run against the Golden State Warriors. They're not a team who defends well against teams that get out and run. I think that's one of the reasons they don't do well against like a Giannis and the Bucks and stuff like that, because Giannis is going to put pressure on you in transition. LeBron in his prime against them, I think, did well getting out in transition. You have to get back before this team sets their defense. And Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox were absolutely pushing that pace and making this team run. They were making Kevon Looney get out on a break and run. He was not able to keep up. They were making Draymond Green have to sprint down the court. It was not working. So I kudos to them, because even they were standing on the broadcast, and you can see Mike Brown on the sideline basically saying, yo, push the ball, push the ball, push the ball. And they got so many easy buckets in transition. They either got the bucket or they got fouled because the Warriors were just too slow getting back. So this is going to be a great series if we get more games like this, which I fully expect that we do. Hopefully we get more games of them in the Sacramento Kings arena. I'm sure the Golden State fans are going to be hyped. This is going to be a really good series. And now I feel kind of stupid because my next video is literally how I think the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets is going to be one of the most entertaining series in the first round. And that kind of messed up my video. I'm still going to drop that video, but my new vote is this series being the most entertaining series. I got to give it up. Still going to drop that video anyway, but So, man, that's it for this one. I appreciate you guys for watching. Any Sacramento Kings fans out there, get in the comments, man. Talk y'all stuff about y'all team. Rep your stuff. Do what you got to do. Y'all deserve it, man. After so long of a drought of not being in the playoffs, to get this big of a win, man, take y'all victory lap. I know it's one game, but who cares? So, like I said, that's it for this one, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that. Appreciate y'all for watching.